This week's episode of The Grid is sponsored by Impix. Shoot today, upload tonight, we ship tomorrow. Manfrotto. Imagine more. On One Software, software that gets you back to shooting. Adorama, more than a camera store. And Tiffin, helping create the world's greatest images.
And we're in. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another live episode of The Grid. My name is Scott Kelby, and joining me today, my co-host, a man...
Vivacious?
No, you're not vivacious. May I continue?
You can. I know what's coming.
A man whose brilliance is brighter than 1,000 burning suns.
And flatulences.
No,
Go
not
ahead, say it. Come on, say it.
And he is not flatulent. Please join me in welcoming everyone, please. Matt Kloskowski.
Hey, everybody. I can hear the applause. It's quite overwhelming.
deafening.
Seriously, stop. It's too much.
Well, hi, everybody. We are here. This is our very, very anticipated, hotly anticipated episode of the blind critiques.
And we missed one in May, so
we did miss one.
Done
So
this in
we haven't
quite a
done
while.
it in a little while. Hey, I want to apologize for the outfit here today. So I actually, my son and my brother and I went to we left and went to play golf. And we got completely rained out, so we went and saw Men in Black 3. It was great, but I still have my golf clothes on.
It's a good movie. I saw that over the weekend.
It was very good, surprisingly good. So anyway, so I got golf clothes on. That being said, not wearing golf clothes, all the way from France, we have with us today, as always, Miss Nancy Massey.
Hello.
Hey, Nance.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Bonjour, le meep.
Le meep.
All right, let's see the shirt. Now, last week's shirt was so inappropriate. I loved it.
Meat is murder, tasty, tasty murder, and I'm still getting comments on that
Emails
one.
on that. Yeah.
So this week, actually, this week's shirt is very apropos.
It is.
You know how I'm always like, don't panic. Today, I want you to all panic and freak out.
Ah,
All right.
I think they can do that.
All right, we actually
can.
have some reason to freak out, actually. So Nancy will not be here for like the next 6 or 8 shows. She has actually been called up to the French Foreign Legion.
Zut alors.
You know what happens to everybody.
Right, it does.
It does. So.
And so we'll be having guest Nancys for the next little while. Probably mostly Brad and Pete and stuff.
Instead of meeping, they're gonna moop.
We can't hear you.
I don't know.
Delay on the video.
Okay, all right.
There's delay on the video.
Okay, all right, gotcha. So our director just had to yell something. Now back to Nancy. So Nancy, don't worry. I found some incredibly incompetent people who will take your place.
Fit right in.
Excellent.
They're not French.
Hey, wait.
They are not French, but they use smaller drink cups.
And they eat French fries.
They do eat fries. So anyway,
I need my water.
But we will keep your seat warm. So
Thank you.
And French onion soup.
I'm really gonna miss everyone a lot, but duty calls, and I have a country to protect. So.
I know, but you'll still have internet where you are, so you can watch and say they're doing it all wrong.
Oh, absolutely! I am totally gonna be watching.
They're doing it
They're doing
all
it wrong.
wrong.
Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be great.
All right.
Brad writes up on the screen. It's just onion soup in France. Yeah,
That's right. You know what they call French? You know what they call French onion soup in France?
Onion soup.
Onion soup.
So
if
what
you
about
ask for French onion soup, you look like you're stupid.
So what about Swedish fish in Sweden? Fish?
No, they call it Swedish fish.
Gummy fish.
I have really no idea.
You don't even eat Swedish fish.
We have lots of important stuff. First, hey, if you get a quick second, go by my blog, scottkelby.com. Rick Sammon's my guest blogger today, and he did a very, very interesting post from In the Wild. It was kind of neat. He's got some wild photos. So go check it out. Rick's a great photographer and very interesting writer. So please go and check out his post. You'll enjoy it. Tonight at midnight, we have something cool, right? Is it tonight at midnight? Moose's new
BT Journal.
So BT Journal is written by Moose Peterson, and it is a phenomenal magazine.
Yeah, he's been publishing that
He's been publishing
years.
it for many, many years. That's it, BT Journal right there. But he now has an iPad version, and I guess their biggest issue ever comes out tonight at midnight on the Apple.
On the
What's it called? App Store. On the Apple App Store. And it's got 30 minutes of video. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. So that is coming up. Also, a couple housekeeping things. Matt's on tour.
I am on tour. I am, today's Wednesday. Monday, I'll be in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Tuesday, I'll be in Lansing, Michigan.
Lansing, Michigan.
Thursday, Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia.
You got to go like here, then there, then right back there.
San Francisco.
Then San Francisco the Monday after that.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, dude, I'm like, how do you know all this?
That's because I'm reading it off the screen over there.
At the screen.
Anyway.
There you go. So I'm going to shut up. Just look at the screen, and you'll know exactly what
All right,
it'll
we're
be.
giving away a ticket to those this afternoon. So Nancy, just giving you a heads up, we'll be choosing winners at the end of the show. And you just basically, Nancy will tell you what to do at that point, but you get to choose which city you want to go to. Free ticket. Matt's tour has been playing to rave reviews. People are losing their mind over your tour.
It's been, I've had some really good crowds when I kicked it off, and I think everybody's really excited about Lightroom. You know what it is? You know what surprised me the most is, because I'd been to some of the cities that I'm going to already,
right.
And I thought, well, you know, I'll see a lot of the same people. And at the beginning of every day, I ask how many people have been to this before, and it's probably only like 10 to 20%. I mean, these are all new Lightroom users that are coming out to this. It's cool to see everybody adopting Lightroom.
Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot to send all my. We're live now on the grids. Hey, so right now I'm sending out on Oh, I just hit the wrong button, and I'm sure it just removed my post. Of course it did.
I'll cover for you. I'll cover for you. Prizes.
Oh, no, here it is. I got it.
I won't cover for you.
No. So if you're on Twitter, if you're on G+, or on Facebook, I just sent out a tweet on all those, or a message post on all of those. Please reshare them. We want people to join in right now and watch because we got a great show. Prizes for today. I've got a new prize.
iPad?
No.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh, great. The live blog is going to blow up.
No,
now.
we're giving away 5 copies of the current issue of Light It magazine. So we publish a lighting magazine. A lot of people don't realize that. Because I wrote about it on my blog, and people are like, you publish a lighting magazine? We publish a kick-butt lighting magazine. It's called Light It Magazine.
Yep.
It's for Hot Shoe Flash and for Studio Flash. We've got some great people writing in it. Matt writes in it. I write in it. Brad writes in it. All kinds of people write. Frank Duerhoff writes in it.
Well,
Eric Valen. We got a lot of great people writing for it.
And so Scott and I are the editors for the magazine.
We are.
And we went out there, and I mean, we found, you know, some of the coolest photographers with the newest stuff in the industry. So every time I see it, I'm amazed at the stuff that they're finding that goes into this.
We're amazed because they're really good.
They are really good.
So anyway, go check it out. You can go to the App Store and get it. You can get the first issue free, just period. But we're going to buy you an issue. So 5 people, we're going to buy you the latest issue because the new issue.
And just so everyone knows, because since I do the Light It troubleshooting, I do get a lot of emails, and they're going, where's the free issue? The first issue came out in 2011. So you just have to click the archive button, and you'll see issue number 1. And that's it.
There you go.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Do we really need to break it up by years? Can't we just say, here's the issues?
Issue 1?
You know, I honestly don't know. That's just kind of what happened when the clock rolled over.
I can understand that we had like 4
years.
years of it, but we've had 7 issues. Do we really need like a button to go back?
Things
I
that
know,
make you
and
go,
you know,
Things
because it
that
is
make you go,
confusing. I do get a lot of emails on it, so that's
a Y2K
something you could
bug.
definitely put in the development notes.
Great. Hey, one last thing before we go to our topic today. It's a Y2K bug. You know, Brad is sitting here to prompter thing, the screen, and he just writes funny stuff the whole show. It's like, really? So I want to talk about last week's show real quick. We had a great show last week. We had my wife, Calibra, on, and we had people calling in. We had actually in-studio guests, and we had people calling in over telephone and via FaceTime. And our topic last week was how women feel when they're photographed by street photographers. It was a terrific show, and it was interesting because we talked to women of all ages, young, old. We asked people here in the studio and friends, and the overall overwhelming thing was I could not find a woman of any age, because we talked to Nancy, and she's very young. We talked to Meredith, she's super young. We talked to Brad,
he's old as dirt.
He's old as dirt. No, but we talked to a variety of women, and we could not find a woman that didn't say, I feel it's creepy when someone takes a picture of me without me knowing on the street. If I look over and someone's snapping a picture of me without really saying you're creepy, like you the photographer are creepy, they just find it, what are you doing with these photos? Why are you taking pictures of me? It's a very different environment today than it was long ago. Mm-hmm. Here's what there were good things and bad things about it. So the good thing about it was, I think it really opened a lot of photographers' eyes to something that we don't ever think about, right?
Yeah.
Like we're just taking pictures and we don't realize how offended, you know, not so much guys, though guys weren't thrilled about it that we talked to. I didn't talk to any guys that were like, oh, I have no problem with it, you know.
Yeah.
and we have to look at it differently than photographers because we want to say it's okay. But what was interesting was, and this is what really surprised me, was that how there was like a state of denial on Google Plus, on Twitter,
on the comments
on our comments on the page. People wanted to basically go, this is what they were saying. But, well, that doesn't apply to me though, right? Because I don't look creepy. It's not about how you look. It's about how women feel. You can't say you don't feel that way because I'm nicely dressed. You don't feel that way because I used a particular camera. You don't feel that way, right? And so everybody was saying, well, what about if I'm just doing this? What about if I'm just doing that? What if I'm shooting from across the street? What if I use... And everybody was trying to give their own personal reason why it was okay for them to do it, knowing how women feel about it. But they were like, well, I don't care. It's what I want to do, and I'm doing it anyway. So you wanted to...
Because I know you have a quote you wanted to read, too.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But this one is...
I saw this one.
He said, I'm going to paraphrase. Basically, he's saying...
Oh, no, read it.
Okay.
Read it.
Okay, so wait, as a photographer, and it's wait, exclamation point. As a photographer in a public place, and you can pull up my screen because it's on there if they can show the screen. I have the right to photograph anything that's there. And if you're in the middle of the public event that can easily be construed as newsworthy... State fair, church, that whatever.
Downtown at lunchtime.
All bets are off. Your privacy is not protected once you leave your property, albeit as a photographer. I do not have the right to benefit from the distribution of your image or likeness. Does this concept hold any credence anymore? And I didn't. What I wanted to write back to him was, what he's saying is a total different thing.
He's talking about the legal rights.
We never said you don't have the right to go out and photograph a woman walking down the street.
We want you to know how women feel when you do it. You need to restart IVGA.
Yeah.
So that's the different thing. And so, and Nancy, you saw it again and again. Basically, the photographers say, I hear what women are saying, but I don't care.
Yeah, well, and just to add to that conversation, I mean, I know this sounds a little kind of off color, but Ted Bundy was a good-looking man. So if you say, I don't look creepy, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just said Ted Bundy was a good-looking man. I can't get past that part. No, but it was.
Find me for the next 6 weeks.
Because I read it again and again and again. They just want to be in a state of denial. Then we talked about shooting children and how parents feel when you shoot their children and photograph their children. So they went on, and people were going, well, I shoot kids in the park all the time, and it's no problem. What if I'm at the park before they get there, and then they show up? Then what? Who's right? They just wanted to argue it. All we were trying to do was let you know there are people's feelings involved in this. Mm-hmm. And there may be a set of feelings that we haven't thought about and we haven't considered as men. And women, and every woman we said, when it comes to shooting them, they feel more comfortable with a woman photographing them on the street. But when it comes to their kids, all bets are off. I want to read you a comment that was on my G Plus account today, and I thought this is about shooting someone's children. This guy had a great story. I even wrote him back and said, man, this is a good story. Here's what he wrote. Name is Sam Pfeiffer, and he said, a few years ago, I set off to photograph some kids in a local water park. My intentions were purely innocent, to add some candid shots to my portfolio. After a while, a parent came up to me and asked what I was doing. I explained and I showed him my business card, but I almost knew immediately that I'd crossed the line. A minute later, I left the park. When I got home and looked at the photos, the gnawing in my stomach made it hard to even look at them, and I deleted them all. It was a hard lesson, one that I've never repeated to this day. When I take my camera out into public places, I am keenly aware of any children that might be there, and I avoid them. To this day, whenever someone even mentions taking a photo of kids, I get this dreaded feeling in the pit of my stomach, still as sharp as the day I stood in that park. Bottom line, never take photos of children unless specifically asked by the parent to do so, and then proceed with professionalism and caution. Always have the parents present and seek out their input about the photos you were taking. And he said, Scott, thanks for bringing up this subject in your discussion of street photography, which was an eye-opener in and of itself. So he really made the point really, really well.
He learned from it.
He learned from it. And I think that, and you know what? Calibra on the show said it best. If you're going to be a street photographer today, your work is cut out for you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really is not because of what good photographers have done. And like people are writing in like, oh, not everybody that takes a photo is a pedophile. You're absolutely right. But some are.
And you know what it is?
And how do we know who's who?
And I would even argue, you know, because you said it's not because of what good photographers have done. I'd even argue that it's not because of what bad street photographers have done.
Right.
It's what everybody else in the world has done, what people know can be done to photos, and how those photos can get used and where those photos get.
Right.
That's what it is.
And apparently,
I don't think street photographers have ever even really caused much of this issue. Maybe
No.
a little bit here and there,
Right.
but
and apparently we're much more aware of this in the United States than they are. Like I heard from people around the world, and they were like, "Wow, you guys, the U.S. are really uptight about it." But you know what? We're really uptight about it because this is the land of the freaks. All right, we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, I want to show you a short video. It's a tutorial video. We try not to teach anything on the show, but we're going to for 3 minutes. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, I've got a short video, and we're gonna look at the blind critiques. Don't go away.
Fashion, lighting. I'm obsessed with red. Red is arresting, it's eye-catching. People can go anywhere for beautiful headshots, nice portraits. But what I like to do is give them something a little more. Have a concept. I like to tell a story. As a professional portrait and fashion photographer, I like to take the elements of fashion photography and apply them to my portrait and wedding work. We'll cover locations, props, hair and makeup, just a lot of different elements that you can apply to your work and really stand out from the crowd. Fashion Flair is not ordinary, it's exciting. So come watch my class, Fashion Flair, at kelbytraining.com.
I really believe that your photography is a reflection of who you are. In my posing class, you're going to learn a lot of things. How to pose a bride and bring out the best in her shape and her curves. How to photograph a groom, because many of us who may focus on the bride will ignore the groom. Getting your clients to mirror you. Mirroring, I find, is the best way of getting people to pose. I'm Jerry Gionis. Check out my class on the fine art of posing at kelbytraining.com.
Hey, we are back. Want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Manfrotto. They are the U.S. distributors of all kinds of cool stuff, including all the lighting that I use exclusively.
Yep.
They don't pay me to use it.
I use
We
the tripods.
apparently pay a lot to use it. The Ellen Chrome lighting system, I use all their stuff. And anyway, they're one of the sponsors of the show. We want to give them a shout out. Just go to manfrotto.com. But you can find their stuff wherever cool stuff is sold. So they all do the Gitzo stuff also. The Gitzo tripods, the tripods we use.
I use the
and stuff.
Traveler, a little tiny thing.
And so Brad just wrote something, Photo. Our friend Mark Aspen, who works at
Mark
Manfrotto.
Frodo.
He's calling him now Mark Frodo. Very nice, very nice. Anyway, go check him out, manfrotto.com. It'll direct you to the USA site if you're here in the USA. If you're somewhere else in the world watching us, it'll direct you to their local site. But terrific gear, really, really, really well made. And for the money, their stuff is outstanding. So go check them out. Okay, I want to show you a very short 3-minute video that I put on Google Plus today. I said it was on my blog. Put it on Google Plus today. I took it from episode number 28 of D-Town TV, which Matt and I used to host. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we.
I'm trying to think back to episode 28. I have no idea.
Okay, well, it was. I went on location and I did a thing about off-camera flash. It's only 3 minutes, and it's gotten rave reviews today. I think it's so helpful because if you ever thought, well, do I really need to get my flash off the camera? In 3 minutes, you will. I had people say, "I'm going to buy a flash right now,"
So I can take it off.
Just so I can, yeah. Go check this out. We're going to run this little quick video, and then we're right back with our blind critiques. We're going to get set up for that right now.
Well, guys, you always hear us talking about how important it is to get your flash off camera, why off-camera flash is so important, even if you have a dedicated flash unit. Well, to give you an example, I was on location, did an on-location portrait shoot, and I did an example of what a difference it makes getting the flash off camera and using the right flash modifiers to make the light really soft and wrapping. Let's take a look. All right, so here's the situation. We are on location and we only have one off-camera flash unit. So what we're going to do is we're going to position our subject actually in front of a window. Now, of course, we could do a natural light shot, but in this case, we're going to use the natural light to actually act as a rim light to backlight her and light her hair, and then we're going to use the flash on the camera, or hopefully in a moment off the camera, to give us a much better controlled lighting shot. So first, let's go ahead and start. I'm in manual mode. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. Now you can be in auto, aperture priority or whatever you like. We're going to go ahead and take take a shot, and we're going to just show you first what it looks like with no flash whatsoever. So working with us here is Julie. Julie is our model helping us out today. All right, and we have a shot of Julie here. So we have some nice hair light, some nice rim light coming from behind. Now, let's just say that I added a flash. So I'm going to grab an off-camera flash here, an on-camera flash. We're going to pop this on top. All right, let's take a shot and see how this looks. Okay, it looks like we just fired a big flash right into her face, so it doesn't look really pretty. Now let's add a diffusion cap, and let's see what that looks like. So this will certainly help, right? Let's see what this does. Okay, it's getting better. Now, you could say, well, let's try bouncing it. Let's try bouncing it off the ceiling. So let's go up this way and try to bounce it off the ceiling. Unfortunately, the ceiling is tall and dark, but we'll try. Okay, it's getting better. There's some hot spots on her face and stuff where we're getting better. But if we really want to take this another step, this is where we go off camera. Now, we already talked about what episode it was to go show how you turn your camera to off camera. So we're just going to go ahead and take the flash off the camera and put it on a light stand. And that's one more step to getting this better. All right, so now all we've done is taken the flash from my camera, we put it on that light stand, and we're triggering it wirelessly using a pocket wizard. Now, the camera is set in manual mode at 1/200th of a second at f5.6. And as long as I'm under 1/250th of a second, I should be all right. Now, so let's try and see what we've got here with our off-camera flash being more directional. All right, Julie, here we go. There we go. All right, so you can see now we have directional light. Now the light, we have shadows on one side of her face, and we're still kind of light in the cheek a little bit, but it's just not really soft. Even though we have the diffusion dome, even though we're up high and kind of angling down like it's the sun, it's still not soft enough. Let's take it one step further. We need to put something in front of the flash to make it soft. We're going to put a pop-up umbrella. We're going to shoot actually through the umbrella. All right, now we've put the umbrella on, and I've moved the light a little bit closer. The closer you get to your subject, the softer the light's going to be. Now let's see what a difference this makes. Okay, Julie, you ready? Here we go. Great. Absolutely night and day difference. Now, what we did have to do as we moved it closer, we had to lower the power just a little bit, because the closer the light source gets, yes, it gets softer, but it gets a little more powerful. But that's all there is to it. You take those steps, you move it off the camera, you leave the diffusion dome on it, and you shoot through the umbrella instead of reflecting out of it, and you get that nice, soft, directional light on location. Well, there you have it, guys.
All right, so there you go. I put that on G Plus
video,
today.
man.
Thanks. Hey, I've already got our first comment. Frank Durhoff says, I think I will start using a flash from now on.
He should. He should. I've
You know
seen
what?
his work.
He always does natural light. I'm like, Frank, buy a flash, but he won't do
Learn how to
it.
use.
Learn. If he would learn how to use a flash, he would be good. So,
All right.
hey, more comments about my hat. It's because I just came off the golf course. It was raining. I didn't actually get to play, but I dressed for golf. The hat says Nike.
can't take it off 'cause
Nike Golf. So.
It'll be hat head.
Yeah, if I took this hat off, my hair is really, really bad. I'm gonna do it real quick. Just see, it's not good under there. It's a mess. It's messy. It's been all day long in it. Okay.
All right.
Critique
Get to our
time.
critiques.
Hey, we got a giveaway. We forgot another giveaway.
we got a giveaway here.
Another giveaway. Check it
Cool
out.
thing, nap,
Ready?
sweatshirt,
Look, it's a
ready.
nap jacket pullover thing.
It's got a
thingy.
zipper.
It's got a zipper. It's a lightweight thing of clothing.
Got a zipper.
It's got a zipper. Matt's very dark. All right, let's get to our images. All right, we got a lot of images today.
Zipper that you can pull up and down because I can't.
All right, here we go.
We
Now,
won't go there.
What a blind critique is, we're not going to give you the name of the people. We're just going to go through, and we're
Unless
not
they watermark their photos.
unless they
by the way.
watermark their photos. We're not going to try to be mean, but there's no sense in us just doing what everybody does on Flickr and tell you it's great. We're going to be honest and tell you the truth, exactly how we feel about it. Not trying to be mean, but we always tell everybody, if you send them in, you really want to know. You asked us, we're really going to tell you our honest feelings. My honest feeling is this photo sucks. No, I'm kidding. I like
Take
this
it
one.
away. Take it away. First one.
Okay, I like this one.
Yep.
I don't like the color balance, like the white balance, but I like the photo. I like the up. I love the atmosphere in a shot. I love the clouds, and I like the overall composition. I like
go
the whole thing.
warmer?
It just, yeah, maybe warmer or maybe more blue. I don't know. It looked a little, the color itself, but that's a minor. That's to me.
Yeah.
I think I like it more blue. Go bluer. Yeah, I think I almost like more blue than less blue.
Well, it's got that cold feeling, so.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, because it almost kind of looks like it would be cold weather. But overall, I like the shot quite a bit. Nice shot. I like
You
it.
got your blue, more blue? So, yeah.
I like it. Nice
Got
shot.
a cool mood to it.
A little dark, but it's this is nice.
You know what? They're out shooting in good light.
Yeah, they're shooting a good light. I mean, there's, Yeah, open it up a little bit.
Open up the shadows a little
The
bit.
shadows will make it a little more interesting. But, you know, compositionally, take a look. They've got an object in the foreground, which is very, very important for this kind of shot. They have a very clear subject. It's the surfer.
Rule of thirds
The
going.
horizon line is in the right place. It's
Yep.
a well-executed shot.
I like it.
Same thing here.
Nice
now,
cloud.
you have to realize, Matt and I are kind of tainted about sunset shots. We live in Florida. We see a beautiful sunset like that every single day. So this would be like if you live in New York City and someone's showing you a downtown shot of New York City
Or a
again.
covered bridge in Maine.
Yeah, if you say, oh, yeah, we see a covered bridge every
Fall
couple
foliage
hours.
in Maine, that's another one.
Yeah, you live in Vermont and you're showing fall foliage. Right? Ooh, this is my favorite.
Yeah, I like this one.
I love this one. I love the foreground element. That big thing right there. That really, and the way it leads your eye down to the end of the dock, and then there's the atmosphere, there's the color. Hands down, my favorite one of this photographer.
Yep.
But overall, this photographer's got good skills, good composition, good post-processing. Very good.
Like them. All right, next. Here, let's kind of run through them.
Yeah, we're just looking at them real quick.
All right. Bad HDR.
You know what it is? It's overly colorful. You know, the reds are too red. The greens, the reds especially bloom for HDR.
The blues are too
Too blue.
over blued.
And I don't know. It's just kind of a
I mean, yeah.
It's not a bad shot. It's not like, ooh, this photographer's bad. Nothing like
What's
that.
he doing back here?
I don't know.
Wiping his eyes.
This one, I like the facial expression. I don't like the composition. It's something about where you're seeing a lot more of his chin. I don't mind cutting the top off, and I do it all the time myself. I don't mind cutting the top of the head off.
forehead, yeah.
I don't like the way the photo's composed, but it's not a bad shot. I like this. I like the composition. It's a little heavy on the. Can I give this photographer a tip? So I don't think that's really an HDR.
I think they're using a filter.
Right, like a
Topaz or
something.
Yep.
Or can I give you a tip? Now it's a Photoshop tip, but the next time you apply, let me move my hat so you can see.
Yeah, look up a little bit. There you go.
The next time you apply like a Topaz adjust, Nick tonal contrast, on one's tonal contrast, do this. It applies to a duplicate layer. Well, it doesn't on Topaz. You have to actually duplicate the layer. You have to duplicate the layer before you apply the. Do this. Try it next time. Look at his clouds. Can we look at his clouds?
Right here.
His clouds look they almost like have a black halo around them. So it looks great on the plane.
Looks awesome here.
Looks awesome on the
down
plane.
here.
Looks pretty good on the ground. Looks bad in the sky. Do this. Just change the blend mode to lighten. Change the blend mode to lighten. And what'll happen is everything else will look the same, but the weirdness will go away in the sky.
And you could always obviously go in and take a layer mask and kind of paint it out.
Right, you
clouds a
could.
little
But
bit,
this,
too.
you can just change the blend mode and nothing else will be affected but the sky. This is a very cute little girl. It's a very cute portrait. It's just very cute.
Is that homeless guy?
It could be.
And you know, this is something we talked about quite a bit. When you apply that topaz effect, whether it's HDR or
Right?
not HDR,
It looks
topaz,
good on him.
It looks good on him. You've applied it to depth of field in the back where
And it
everything got
looks
blurry, and it
bad.
looks really weird back
So
there.
that is a dead giveaway that you've really over-affected it. So I just apply it, add a layer mask, and hide everything, but let the effect be just on him, not on out-of-focus backgrounds.
All right,
Okay, we
switching gears to
Can we
this
make
guy's
that bigger?
mostly.
Is
what's
that-
it? No, it's
Well,
about,
that's about the size.
yeah. This guy's mostly architectural.
Narcommercial, I like it. It's shot at the right time. Pretty nice as well. Everything's well lit, lots of lights on. You can see a little outside and inside.
A little bit of shadow.
Yeah, a little bit shadow, but not
horrible.
bad. Nice. They're shooting from a low angle. I would go a little lower on the angle. Go back to the one before.
Yeah, that's about chest height.
Yeah,
maybe.
I would think that you want to generally get on your knees for indoor architectural shots, shooting from a knee position. But they're shooting into the corner, which is right. That's a good point. Overall, not bad. Just a little bit lower angle. But here you're shooting into the corner again. So they're doing a lot of the compositional things right. Not bad.
Yeah, you gotta clean that stuff up.
Yeah,
down
clean up
here
the
on
carpet a little bit.
Looks like there's a dirty carpet, which there might be, but that's
And
not gonna sell the house.
I noticed that they're all. Can you go back a couple of them? Okay, no, that one's not. All right. It looks like, what would really I think would help this photographer, a little wider angle lens.
Mm-hmm.
So this looks like maybe a 28, where you need like maybe a 24 and 18. It just needs to look. The shots look like they need, because especially in a small room, you want to make the rooms look big. These rooms kind of look small and crowded.
Yeah.
But there's not much going on in the room, and these rooms may be in reality small and crowded. But when you're trying to sell a home, you want to make it look bigger. So yeah.
I thought that was.
This would be a nice shot taken in beautiful light, but instead it was taken.
Yeah, you're like an hour and a half before sunset here.
Yeah.
So
you needed to wait another hour or so, and that would have been nice. But overall, not bad.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I like this. So
I like the people.
I like the crowd. I like it's a moment of where there's something actually going on stage. I like the perspective, the backstage perspective. I'm not a fan of the effect. I like the
coloring is
picture.
good. The coloring is good.
The tonal's good.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
tone.
but that's just personal taste. It's still okay. I like what's going on in the picture.
Yeah.
I love that.
Cool light behind him.
Cool light, and there's something happening behind her, and she's got to look. That's kind of interesting.
Not my favorite one.
He looks like he smells something bad.
It looks like he says, "I just farted."
Yeah, I don't think you want I just farted in a photo.
And you know what? He applied that effect. He applied it to the smoke and everything.
All right.
And that's
and one
not-
more. And
See, that one's better.
That's certainly better. Hey, we actually happen to have a professional concert photographer on staff here. Brad, you want to take a look at these real quick and just come around? You can borrow my bike if you like and take a look at these. Oh, he's got it on screen. I like to hear your critiques, but I mean, this is what Brad does. And he's very good at it. If you get a chance, go to look at bemorevisuals.com to see some of Brad's concert stuff, which is fantastic. Just come on the set, sure. So Brad's kind of lurking along there. You can borrow my mic. Here you go.
Oh, they're over there.
You can look up on screen too.
Yeah.
Oh, you can look
Not
at
at us.
Yeah.
But there you go.
No, it's a nice moment.
Yeah, I like this
the
one.
crowds in there. They're all excited. And honestly, that's a harder shot than you would think to get, with everybody with their hands up in the air, the same as the musicians. So it's a good moment. Good blur. Shows a little bit of the action. It's good. I'm a sucker for lens flare and backlight.
Yeah.
If you look through my portfolio, that's most of the great shots that I like are going to be like that. And I love smoke too. So, and honestly, whenever I'm processing my pictures, one of the things that I go for is something they have here, and that's contrasting colors, the red and the blue. If you look through a lot of the great concert photos, they'll have, red and blue or green and yellow something that helps the colors kind of vibrate off one another.
Oh, good point.
How do you feel about the gesture?
It's okay.
It's not
great, but it's not terrible.
Hey, you know what though? I like it. He plays Ibanez, so
We like Ibanez.
I'm a fan.
Me too.
That's a better gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a
Got
better
more
gesture.
feeling.
It's more, you can see that he's into it and he's more emotional about that.
Cool.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Brado.
That was a guest critico from Brado.
Oh, all right, here. I won't say anything. I don't want to taint it. Because I found all these. So it's like I've already seen them all, and it's all kind of coming back to me.
Okay.
So let's just run through them. Okay.
I like it.
I liked them.
Yep,
I thought
like
they were
it.
all pretty good.
I like them all. I can tell you right now. I like that one.
I thought that one was
I think
really
that's
cool.
really cute. I
This one's my
love
favorite.
this one.
This one's my favorite.
Dude, when it came up, you only let it be on screen for a split second. And
Yep.
you know what? That's really a great mark of an image. When you see it for a split second and you know you like it.
That's it.
That was the first time I saw it when Matt went by it. And you know what it is? It's the light. There's a story. It's intriguing. It's good composition. I love
Dark
the
out
different
here,
color.
but then it's bright inside. What
It's
are
like,
they doing?
What are they doing back
Yep.
there? Oh, I love that shot.
Yep.
That's one I would hang on the wall.
I like this one too.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The eyes are nice and sharp, and that's always the thing with wildlife shots. And I like that one too. I'm not a lion shot guy, but I like that.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice. Good photographers. We have some good photographers today.
Yeah.
Here's another one. I can tell you right now, I don't know who this is, but they watermarked it. So, Shane, very
you did
nice.
good.
Nicely done. Very nicely done.
Get rid of the border thing, Shane.
But so where was that taken? Just kidding. No, I think that's very nice.
Yeah.
Let's look at Border Patrol.
Oh, Border Patrol, Border Patrol.
So the leaves in the top right corner, they're not adding anything. This is really about that stream, and you know what? The cleaner the shot, the better.
Yep.
I would probably, it would be a little bit pain in the butt, but this is such a nice photo. I think it would be worth it. Is to maybe clone those leaves out.
And you could clone that little branch out
Yep,
too.
that branch, and there's a stick sticking up there for no reason on the rock
here?
on the right. Yeah. So this one just needs a little policing and cleaning up. It would be a lot better shot. Same thing here. Big stick up at the top, at the edge of the frame, right in the middle, adding nothing to the photo. This one, some you could clean up the right side and all. It's all nice photography.
Yeah.
All of these, the long exposure stuff is pulled off very nicely.
That's nice.
It's nice. I think it's the least of the ones we've seen, but it's nice. That's nice.
You know what can I show? I think one thing could help this photo. I think one thing could actually help Shane's photos quite a bit. I noticed it throughout. Is go get your adjustment brush, knock the exposure down,
Yeah.
and just
Darken the areas where you don't want people to look. Because this
over
is
here,
about the
right over
water.
here. Yep. Just kind of bring them down.
Because your eye is drawn to the brightest thing in the photo, and the brightest thing in the photo
We
is
can
this.
tweak it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
look at the difference just here.
Yeah, it refocuses the eye where you want it to be.
Yep.
But nice job, Shane. Good job hiding your watermark. Just kidding. No, nice. I like it. It's a well executed shot. It's not the most interesting subject. It's not like a beautiful church. Now that's a beautiful church. Go back one.
Eh?
Ah.
So if I could offer anything to this one, it would be, this is where HDR could probably come in handy. I mean, some of this bright stuff is just a tad bit too bright, but it's not. I mean, it's not.
I like the composition of this shot.
That's nice.
That's very nice. I like that shot quite a bit, actually, just all the way around.
Ooh. I kind of like, these are way too.
Those are too bright. It's kind of an interesting shot, but it's, at the same time, it's kind of sterile looking.
Yeah.
And it's not the fault of the photographer, but good stuff. I like that photographer. We got good photographers today.
Yeah.
It's
an HDR in a museum.
It's HDR museum, but it's a little bit too much HDR. Everybody looks like they have a thin black glow, not a thick black glow around them. You know what I mean? Like a mist around them.
Well,
so look at the woman standing on the left. She almost looked like she has a black glow around her, but not a harsh glow like right in close, but kind of like a foggy black glow.
You know what it is?
It's too much HDR.
You know what part of it is to me? Is I guess I don't see the allure of the photo here.
You know what would make this photo a lot better? Patience.
Yeah.
And wait until there's nobody there.
Yeah.
This would be a very interesting photo without
cool
people
textures
or
and,
one person.
Yeah, and everything going. It's just
kind of.
It's you were in a museum and you grabbed a camera and
took a shot and HDR'd it to death.
I like this.
I like this.
I like
this.
That's
a lot. Very interesting.
I think this is my favorite. Of that
good.
whole group.
Ooh.
Bad clouds.
Bad photo.
Yeah.
That's when I went to London and took this snapshot. Now this looks like it is in the British Museum. It's just too much HDR.
It's too much HDR, and you gotta do a little.
Now we're okay with HDR too.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do stuff like this, you gotta go over into your lens corrections, do a little rotation, a little vertical fixer upper, constrain crop. Oh,
you gonna show before and after?
Yeah.
Yeah, straighten it out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's better. But just a little bit too much HDR, and same thing here. You know what's interesting about this photo, and I'm seeing it for the first time right now, is the top of the Arc de Triomphe is all dark.
Yeah, it's all bright down here.
It's all bright down here, and then it gets really dark, and it's obviously what the subject is about. This is just a little bit too much HDR. Everything has that kind of dark grayness. You know what it is? You've lost the highlights, but then you've got a blown-out sky. It's a weird...
And this kind of falls into that first category of the one in the museum to me, which is just kind of walking across the street.
Yep, click and move on.
Okay.
When it's actually click, 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 or maybe click, 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 click. It's a HDR. But
All right, next one.
nice.
I like this one.
Yeah.
You know, so if you watch, because it's difficult. If you watch Hummingbird, if you watch a lot of the people that shoot the hummingbirds,
And that's all I ever do.
it's not. It's kind of like, it was kind of like shooting the people I've talked to. It's kind of like shooting planes, planes with the propeller. Is you think, you know what? If I got enough light, I'm just gonna fire away. But you can't. You got to slow down your shutter speed so you get that full prop blur, because you don't want that breaks in the plot. So right here, that's a really fast shutter speed. So you slow that, you stop the hummingbird in motion, where you see the really good hummingbird shots that are out there. They use a little bit slower shutter speed, and they get the wings that actually have the blur in them. But
Yeah, that would be better, wouldn't it?
what there?
Yeah. It's kind of nice, toucan, looking over someplace. Good separation from the background.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan, not bad. An interesting place, but not a great photo.
Cute little street photography. Little people walking, cute.
Right.
It's got. It's hard to see up here. It's got kind of a reddish color to it up there. I kind of like, but it's neat.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Is this Horseshoe Bend, or it's got to be
Yeah.
near there.
It's an unconventional shot of Horseshoe Bend, because it's usually shot from a different angle. It's not bad. It's
Right
not
time
bad.
of day.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the sun's starting to go down. You know what it is about this photographer? There's nothing bad here. Nothing great here.
So you know what would help these? Foreground, especially this one.
Yeah, something in the foreground would certainly help. The other one's
Yeah.
got foreground, but
But you know what? It's almost, it's a little bit, I guess. But I kind of like, I like something right in front. It kind of like puts me right there. This kind of like has me standing
Yeah.
up, hanging out.
but not bad. Not a bad photographer. Just nothing there that makes you go, wow. It's all just, it's pretty good. Good. I got some skills. It's nice.
Long exposure.
I like that. I'm not a butterfly shot guy, unless they're really freezing cold. I'm not a butterfly, but I like it. Now, if the butterfly was a little more to the left or the right, which is what content-aware move was designed for, you
Yeah.
think it'll work, Matt?
I was just gonna crop it.
Oh, I was going to say you can crop it in a little bit. Just make it a little bit. That makes it a little bit more, a little stronger. But it wasn't bad even the other way. I like that shot. It's just.
Now you got me wondering.
You want to see? Here we go. Let's just give it, because 1 out of every 300 times it works really well.
All right, so we just make
This
that.
is the perfect kind of shot for content-aware move in CS6, because there's a kind of a nebulous background. It's.
And we'll come over. Is it
There it
here?
is.
Content aware move. We got move, adaptation medium.
And we'll see how it does.
Hold on though, but we can change. We can change very strict. No.
No.
Or loose.
No.
You could fix that though. You could probably pull some texture, and you might be able to get away with it.
Well, if you're going to do that, why don't you just use a rubber stamp tool? Why don't you just
Clone
make a
it,
selection
yeah.
of it, pick it up, and move it? So,
All right, never mind.
All right. But anyway, I kind of like that shot. There's something about, I like the color and the contrast. I like this shot. I like this shot a lot. I love the simplicity of this shot. I love the color. I love the reflections in the
reflection.
water. This is a wonderful shot. Absolutely love it.
It's like
love
when
it,
you
love
start
it,
to
love
get
it.
into it and you look at, you see those deep, long reflections.
I love that
Yeah.
shot. I love that. That would make a fantastic, huge canvas print.
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, like 60 by 60, 72 by 72.
And I
Something like
don't
that.
love this one.
I do not love that one.
Bad.
So where was the photographer that took the last one? Can we get this guy to go reshoot this one? And by guy, I mean could be anybody. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
It looks like a plane
A plane?
of some sort.
Yeah.
A plane in Texaco.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll take my hands off to that photographer. They have 2 shots that I love. It might be an editing issue, right? Because they're capable of taking some very beautiful shots.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yep. I like
That's
this one.
nice. Very nice color.
I like this one.
Very nice.
Good time of day.
Man, these are
get a
good.
nice
We've
light.
got good photographers
we do.
today. Nice. I like it.
Yep.
I like you can see through the lake. I like, you know what? Can I go back and show you something? This is just a landscape learning lesson here. So when you're looking at a landscape and you have you have to make a choice about where to put the horizon line, because you could put that horizon line at the bottom third, or like this photographer at the top third. How do you know where to put the horizon line? What you do is the horizon line goes, you put the horizon line to accentuate the interesting thing. So the sky is boring, right?
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. But the foreground's very interesting. So you have it's answered immediately there for you. The horizon line goes in the top third if the sky is boring. If the sky is so fascinating you have to show it, then it goes in the bottom third.
Yep.
This photographer made the perfect choice. The foreground is very interesting. You can see through the water. The sky is boring, and they limited the amount of sky you see. Very well composed.
And you know when you're out
Nice
there,
post-processing.
when you're out there, shoot it both ways.
Yeah.
Nobody said you gotta only come back with one photo.
True.
I like this one too.
It's kind of nice. This looks like a little postcardy,
Yeah.
like something you might, but not bad.
No, I like it though.
I kind of like it. Like this a lot. Very nice. Nice silhouettes, very easily
feel like you're-
distinguishable.
you feel
what
like
they
the
are.
sun's coming
And
up or
I
going
love the
down.
different levels of yellow. How you got the dark orange, the burnt orange, then the orange that has a gradient right within the building. I mean the mountain itself. Then you go to the yellow. I think it's a very nice picture.
Yeah.
This photographer, very good.
Yeah, they're one of my
Nicely done.
favorites.
Nicely done. Very
All right,
nicely done.
So this person had one of those image viewer gallery things, so I wasn't going in and rotating all their photos, so I took page captures of them.
It's okay. It's not very good lighting. You know, I'm kind of It's an umbrella.
See, this is a cool place that would be good. It would be great in better lighting.
Yeah. The water's nice and still, but overall the image is kind of.
You know what it is you got socked in.
Yeah.
You got socked in when you went there and when you went out to shoot, and that's why whenever you go on a landscape shoot, you got to have like 2 or 3 days because you never know when you're going to get that good light.
Yep. That's It's not bad.
It's a harbor.
It's a harbor, and your horizon line's dead in the center. It's just kind of That's worse yet.
Just,
Yeah.
but it's out of focus.
Yeah. It's
like
kind of
You got this foreground thing, but
I kind of like that. The light's not great. You know what? This photographer would make all their photos better because they're not bad at really composition. They did have that one sit in the middle, but they have a pretty good eye.
Yeah.
They need to be just more concerned with the light. Now, can I tell you something? It's a travel photographer, which means you don't always get to choose when you get to shoot. The tour bus leaves at 9. The tour bus never leaves in good light. The tour bus
not
never.
at all.
The tour bus always goes just past enough to where you don't have good light. So you kind of have to give them a little bit of get out of jail free card. Not a bad photographer. They're going to some neat places, but the light is working against them all the way around.
yeah.
But
And then this is just a postcard.
that is absolutely a postcard. It's not a bad postcard. It's a nice shot. That's my favorite, by the way, of the whole set. I like the high vantage point. I like you can see the boat, and that's, I think, St. Thomas or St.
Thomas,
Martin.
yeah.
Or, but
I think we've all been there on a cruise.
one of the saints. Yeah, I was on there.
If you,
but
if you live in Florida and you go on cruises, you go
you
here.
wind up there at some point. But overall, nice. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Beautiful, actually. Look at that. Here's a shot you don't see every day.
Now, I'm not seeing the guy who took this photo
Took this photo.
take this photo.
Yeah, let's see some more, though. I want to. Ooh, see? That's interesting. Light could be better. I like that. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I kind of like that. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
It's a hallway.
I mean, it's a hallway, but I don't know what it is, but like it.
That shot's got to go there.
That shot's got to go.
We give you a pass.
Yeah.
Something happened.
But the other stuff, good photographer.
I included a few from this guy because I thought very quickly we could say some things. I like this one. I think
Yep.
very, very cute photo.
Great subject. Bad flash. Very,
Just-
very, very, very. There's a 3-minute video.
we just played it.
Go watch that. This is some bad.
It's just too
cute
bright.
subject.
Yeah.
Nice subject. Nicely, but that flash is like you might. Was it your car headlights? It's that kind of look.
And we know the sun's down. We can look around here, and then we see this bright
and they're
light
not,
on
and they're
people.
white. The light is white. It's not yellow.
Yeah.
It's not good. Nice.
but that's cute.
Very nice.
This one,
Nice light. Cute. Not.
I just
The expression's a little.
her hands, her arms cropped off. She's cropped off at the
Ooh,
knee.
she's
She's
a
not
double
looking.
amputee.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, but the light's nice. I'm looking at the light. The expression could be a little better. That one should probably go.
You know what it is? This photo, and I think there was one other one. Okay, so this is way too hot.
Yeah, he's clipped all. That's all clipped.
White.
And his eye looks weird on the right side because it's so clipped.
It looks like it's over brightening.
Cyborg.
Looks like that's over brightening too.
Yeah, and you know what? Your eye's drawn to the brightest thing in there. So after you get over the highlight that's way too bright, then his arms are really bright. Why would his arms be really bright?
Yeah.
His face should be bright. They need some darkening. Matt, grab the adjustment brush real quick and
We
darken
have
his
a
own.
tool that can help with that. Adjustment brush.
Lower the exposure a little bit, if you would be so kind.
Didn't I do that before? There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. I'm sorry.
And then just, that's too much.
All of that is the weight, the whole 9 yards. You're supposed to have light fall off. That's much better. Now show a before and after. Yeah, the light's supposed to fall off. His face is supposed to be the subject there. You see that there's a weight. We get it, but you have to. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Matt.
Okay. So I think this one runs into the same problem as this one. Is like these shots are right as a cool moment could happen or just happened. Same thing with that one. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the kid running away from the camera.
Yeah. No, that's
You
not.
know?
Yeah, it's not good.
Bad light.
Yeah, the light's not good on her. It's not a great expression.
Again, she's brighter. Her skin is.
Yeah, that's not.
I thought that was cute.
She's cute. The subject's very cute. The lighting's not very. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at on your screen. It looks better than it does over there.
Yeah. It's.
It's okay. I mean, let me ask you a question. And I'm not being mean, but I'm going to be just a tad mean. I don't mean to be. If you went to the Sears photo studio and asked for a portrait, how much different would it look than that?
This could be cute outside, with like flowers and everything around.
Yeah, it's very. I stuck a thing in the corner.
All right, we got 7 minutes left. Let's blow through
right.
these. I thought, okay, these were kind of cool.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I like
Oh,
that.
that was cool.
You know what we need here? Shadows. Everyone's floating in midair. We need shadows under all of their feet. Mm-hmm. That really it's. And also, I
water
think you could
gun
put them closer together. Since you're already doing the masking, so they overlap. Get everybody a little closer together. It just seems like a disjointed group. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Paint a couple shadows behind them.
Yeah, some shadows would be good. I like this one.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that. Interesting. I like the kid. It's an obvious composite. Well, not obvious that the Photoshop works bad. It's just
Yeah, it's
the lighting.
something doesn't look right down
The
here.
lighting looks, but that's nice, kind of. It's never been done before.
I thought this was cool.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
And then
And then
we had to go to the lizard.
not the lizard.
Dude, people don't like reptiles.
Yeah.
It's okay if you like reptiles and you want to take pictures, but you got to get it out of your portfolio.
Leave the reptiles at home.
Unless you're trying to.
Okay, and someone's writing right now to Nancy, but what if I'm a reptile photographer?
Then
All right.
keep all the reptiles in.
All right. Hey, we are going to have to take a short break.
Here, let's do. We had one up on screen. Let's knock it.
Okay, we'll knock this one out. And then, Nancy, we're going to get the what the rules are for our contest. Okay, here we go.
So same thing. The effect that you're playing, you're running it back here, and it makes all the blurry stuff look weird. Same thing. Blurry stuff.
Blurry stuff looks good on her and on the tile. The water in the back looks really weird.
That's not bad. You got your black clouds. It's almost like what we told the other guy. Tame it down in the sky a little bit. Your black clouds are kind of tough to. Black clouds really ruin a pretty sunset. If it's a pretty colorful sunset, when there's black in the cloud, it's just something gets taken away.
Okay, so here's what you would do here. This is way, way overdone. Look at the people in the background. So all you would
They're
do
like
here is
cartoons.
this looks like topaz detail or something, right? I would say it's a topaz effect, which are not bad effects. You want to be careful, especially with this stuff on white. White looks dirty when you do it. White gets really dirty looking, and it gets very, very obvious looking. So number one is get rid of it on the background. Only apply it to his helmet, maybe the type, his gloves, and selectively the dirt. Not all the dirt. It's just applied to the whole image at once. You know, you can use these high contrast effects and be really effective with them, but the grass back there looks bad. The people in the back, it's just so obviously done. You know, use it almost like you would a food accent, you know, like salt or something. Well, not salt's a bad one because people love salt. Bowed image. The columns are all bowed in. It just needs to be fixed, but still kind of a boring shot.
Yeah, it's just not a
It's like,
great
really?
photo.
So you walked through the mall and went click.
That's it. Okay.
All right.
Break time.
All right. Hey, so we have a couple more to go, and we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Nancy's going to tell you.
I was saying, do you want to do the contest
Do the contest
so
now, and then we'll
during
take a break.
people
And we
can
got more.
enter
We'll get the
and
next
then,
ones
like, there
ready.
can be more
Oh,
comments?
we have a few more. Good. We have
4 more.
We have 4 more.
Okay, so how about we do the contest now so then they can enter?
Do
during
the contest now, Nancy.
All right, you can win a zipper.
Yes, you can win a zipper. So the prizes are, everyone pay attention, the prizes are the nap jacket, 5 copies of the current issue of Light It. Of course, you need an iPad for that. A ticket to one of Matt's live Lightroom training seminars. The cities are Washington, D.C., Lansing, Michigan, Richmond, Virginia, San Francisco, Boston, and Houston. So in one comment on the live blog, not on Twitter, not in the comment section, anywhere on the website, just in the live blog where you guys have been interacting, give me your name, your email, and the prize you want. All in one comment, because if you break it up, I won't see it. And that's it.
All right. If you can figure all that out, then you'll be able to come back after the break. So.
All right. Yeah, we're going to take a short break. We have 4 more to go. Don't go away. We've got some interesting stuff coming up. We'll be right back here on The Grid Live.
I'm Mike Cabasi. Come watch my new video on Kelby Training. I'm going to teach you how to do the old Hollywood 30s and 40s newer style lighting, the portraits, the stuff with the hard lights, the shadows. I'm going to teach you how to interact with the model, how to pose her. We're going to talk about an Apple box. I'm going to teach you about grapology, a C-stand. What is it? What's the difference between a glamour shot and a Hollywood headshot? We're going to use lighting. We're going to use diffusion. Make the light turn, create separation, give it a 3D look. So check out my class on kelbytraining.com.
Hey, we are back. Scott Kelby here with Matt Kloskowski. Hey, I want to mention our other sponsor, which is Kelby Training Online, which, I mean, it sounds kind of obvious. We've been playing a lot of Kelby Training on. I just want to say 30 seconds about it. We have over 300 classes taught by a who's who of Photoshop, photography, and Lightroom. And so it's $199 a year, unlimited, watch as much as you want, as many classes as you want. You know that comes out to like 60-something cents a class. So you can take a class from Joe McNally, about 60 cents.
Yep.
You can take a class from Bill Frakes on sports photography, about 60 cents. Lindsay Adler, Matt's Lightroom stuff, 60 cents. When you think about how many people in our industry will sell a DVD for $299 for one class, right? I mean, a lot of people do that. They'll sell $299, $399.
You get 300 of them.
You get 300 and something classes, so it's about 66 cents a piece. You can also pay monthly. You can do the $24.95 a month thing. And if you go on there and you go, this just stinks, it's 100% money back guarantee. Now, I want to tell you something. Tomorrow morning, I think it happens at midnight, we make 50 24-hour passes available. Go to kelbytraining.com, and at the bottom you'll see a number. We write a number down there that says how many are left. It says free test drive. Go there tomorrow morning. You get 24 hours. You can watch a ton of classes. Go watch my question composition. Yeah, it's up on Matt's screen right now. You'll see right down there. Of course, they run out, but tomorrow morning or tonight, I think at midnight, it'll say 50. Go grab one of those. Watch whatever you like. It's 24 hours. You can watch a bunch of classes during 24 hours, but we'd love to have you join. So that's it. Kelby Training Online. Check it out.
All right, we got 3-4 minutes left.
Here we go. I like it. I like our textural shots. I like close-up, tight shots like that, so I'm a sucker for that. I like the post-processing.
Being nitpicky, I just clone that out down there.
Yep, no, good call. I like it, but I like that kind of stuff. Love it, love it. Go to the next
I
one.
was just going to say I'd rather this shot later, but
I like that.
very cool. Looks like a Hilton Garden Inn.
Yeah, it looks like a Hilton Garden Inn, and
You want to know how I know it's a Hilton Garden Inn?
Is it the
Because the title of his photo when I picked it said Hilton
Garden Inn? I was going to say because we stay in a lot of Hilton Garden. I love Hilton Garden Inn.
Yeah.
I think it's the best chain out there.
Yeah, it looks like a Hilton Garden Inn, and that looks like an
And
alleyway.
that's bad.
That's a background for a composite.
Yeah, that is. It would be a good background for a composite. All right, next.
All right. I picked this guy because man or woman because they said they've only been shooting for less than a year. So
Okay.
I thought that was interesting.
Okay, I like the shot, but the retouching on her skin is way, 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 way over the top.
Porcelain.
It's not porcelain. It's plastic.
Yeah.
This is all you got to do. You don't have to blur it that much. You can blur it a little bit, but it's just over the top. And so that's the only thing I can say there. Actually, I like the composition. I like the lighting and stuff. Now, there's a bunch of highlights on the couch behind her. You might darken those up a little bit like Matt showed with the rocks
with
and
the
stuff
adjustment
earlier.
brush.
But, pardon me. I thought I was going to sneeze. I like this one.
Same thing on the retouching though.
Yeah, retouching is pretty ghastly. Sorry about that. Well, here's this is not a flattering photo. Forget that there's a mask on. It's just this is not a flattering photo.
I will say they did say that they aspire to be a fashion photographer. So I don't know if where the fashion that you've seen they're wearing
Good
weird
news.
skeleton things.
All right, you need to be the first person tomorrow watching Lindsay Adler's Fashion Flair,
Yeah.
and you will learn a ton. She's absolutely fantastic. Here we go. Fashion Flair tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
All right, let me say this. Photography skill for a year,
Very
good. Retouching skill for a year. We have a lot of retouching on Kelby Training. Go get the free pass.
Scott's got a retouching
Free.
class.
I got like 4 hours of it.
Okay. Bad HDR.
Bad HDR. You know what it is? There's wilted sunflowers in the background that look really bad.
Yeah.
And there's...
You could actually make them look less bad if you didn't apply this topaz-y effect back there.
Yeah. That's not good.
This looks
This
like you
is-
were outside a convention center or a
And you
sports
just-
arena.
yeah, that's
and
nothing.
In the middle of the day.
Yeah. Bad HDR.
Look
too.
at the shadow. I mean, the shadows are straight under the trees.
Yeah, not good. This is the best of the bunch.
Better HDR.
And that's where? Texas?
I don't know.
That was a joke. Looks like Holland there. Sorry. I thought you would think that was funny. That wasn't.
I don't know. It's funny.
Those are the 4?
That's
Sorry. That was last
All
one.
right, last
Here we
one,
go.
last one.
Last one. Dun,
And
dun,
we got Speedo Guy
Speedo guy.
with Weird Thing.
Nobody ever wants to see a Speedo.
But-
Women don't want to see Speedo.
But
Nancy,
what is
Nancy, Speedos, yes?
Oh God, no.
Meredith.
Nancy, you can't see this photo because it's worse.
I'm
right.
afraid I might just stick this
I don't-
pen in
there's
my
an
eye if
I
I do
umbrella.
have
that.
never heard a woman ever say, I've had more women say, shoot me on the street, creepy guy, than I've had say, please wear a Speedo.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but
very
there's-
few
Don't
guys
do
in
it.
the
Like I
world
said,
can get away
there's
with it.
something going on down here.
And what's
that's
odd
not
is I'm
quite
wearing
right
one
either.
right now. You know, that's why this desk is here.
Don't get a vision. Don't get a vision. Don't
Put it in
get a
your
vision.
put it in your head.
I think this is better. This is if we're talking street photography.
It's kind of, you know what's, this is just cute because he's scratching his head. It's like, may I help you?
I like this
I
one.
like
this is
this
my
one.
favorite one.
That's a good shot. I
That's
like
a
that.
Really good. You know
I
what?
like that.
I'm not into street photography.
Yep.
That's the kind
a
of
good,
shot
yeah.
that could get me into. You know what I mean?
That's a
Like,
good shot.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nah, it's just the guy walking.
You know what
down
else
the
is
street.
way too close crop to his face? It's got a tension that you don't want in there. Not the good tension, it's got the bad tension.
So, and part of this person seems to be a street photographer. This isn't a street. This doesn't tell anything about where this guy is or what he's doing. You cropped into some random guy.
You cropped into some
I thought
random
this
guy.
was kind of good too. They're kind of just looking.
You know what though? Seriously, that's any two people at a cafe. And
And she's drinking.
selective color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And that's any 4 people.
I get that. Well, no, I
walking.
think that's supposed to be kind of another humorous one where you have the guys looking at the women, and the guy's got a facial expression there on the right, and kind of like, whoa, I don't know. I'm not. Is that a guy?
I don't know.
And I'm going to say it is.
I like.
I
This
like
one.
that.
Yep. Moody, misty, sun, silhouette.
Anything
cool.
left? Okay.
That's
so
it.
what this tells you is this photographer is capable of taking good photos if they avoid Speedos.
Avoid Speedos with things protruding from them. Very cool.
They have a pretty good sense
Love
of
it.
humor. That's terrific.
Nope.
That's got to go. That's just too common. You know what it is? And so I think we had the best collection we've ever done by far, like night and day, over what we've had in any of the blind critiques. So, but the overall themes are still kind of there about people not taking photos of interesting things. It's like, it's a nice sunset. It's not hard to find a nice sunset photo. If you go to Google and type in sunset, you will find, I'm going to do it just for giggles. You will find photos, 350,000 beautiful sunset photos come up instantly. And every one of them here is pretty much as good or better than what we've seen today. So really what it is just, if you're going to show it, we say this about flowers. Can you show flower shots? Yes. Can you put them in your portfolio? Absolutely. They just have to be kick-butt flower shots. I saw a beautiful flower shot on Google Plus today. It was in my stream. I think it was in What's Hot. So if you go
Floral
to
Wednesday?
Is it Floral Wednesday?
I don't know.
I don't know. But somebody had the light was beautiful, the flower was beautiful. You're like, yes, that's
the
it.
one.
Sunsets are the same way. If you're going to show a sunset shot, make it a beautiful one. Matt and I were at where were we? Big Sur. A couple weeks ago for the Google Plus conference. And I took a shot, and like Matt shows me a shot he took. Matt went up on a hill. He has these beautiful wildflowers, and the light on them is just amazing, which may have been slightly enhanced in Photoshop.
It would never be.
It would never be, not from us. And it had these beautiful wildflowers and then a beach below it and all. And there was so much interest. It was a beautiful shot. And then some man asked me, what'd you get? I go, I got nothing. I got a bunch of sunset shots. I have shots that look very sunsetty, and they're not. But really, at the end of the day, I haven't even shown them anywhere because I can't really say they were just, oh, like this is nice. Now
I have the right one.
Oh, okay. I was going to see if Matt was going to show it, but
I wish I could, but I don't have the right one.
But anyway, if you're going to show a sunset shot, you're shooting at the right time, and it's just got to be special. There has to be something about it. You know, George Lepp had a shot that he used to run in he didn't run it, but Canon used to run it on a 2-page spread of Molokai. Do you know how many years ago I saw that thing? 5-6 years ago? I still remember that shot. Yeah. And it was a sunset shot at Molokai. But the way he did it and where he shot it had such visual interest that years later I'm like, man, I love that shot of George Lepp's. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and here's part of it too. Is like we also, part of this is we don't always know the purpose of. We're assuming you're putting this into a portfolio that you aspire to maybe sell one day or do something. You know?
Right.
And by all means, I understand if you're from the Midwest and you come to Florida and you go to Clearwater Beach, you see a beautiful sunset. You want to take a picture of it.
Of course, you want to share it with people back home and stuff.
But unfortunately, there's really just nothing of great interest at Clearwater Beach. It's sand and it's sky, and that's what makes it difficult. Is yes, it's beautiful, but I like that one.
Well, I'm not connected to the computer, but I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to turn around this way. Can you just get in on this and close in a little bit? All right, see this? This is a boring. This is a sunset shot I'm not going to post anywhere ever. And you could say, well, there's nice clouds and there's this big rock. It just doesn't, if I was critiquing this, I would go, well, it's another sunset shot. Anybody going to Big Sur at this time with a tripod would have got a similar shot.
I think, is that the one that you were talking about?
Look at Matt's now. We're together, you realize. We're together at the same time. There you go. Matt's has got some real visual interest. Look at the light on the sunflowers. And, this thing's got layers of depth. He's got a strong, strong foreground. Then you can see it drops down to the depth of the other flowers. Then you've got the ocean. Then you've got the sky. And he limited the sky. He limited the sky because above those clouds, it sucks. So he did that composition thing that makes it good. Hey, we're way over time. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks very much to Manfrotto.
You were waiting for me down there, so I just took a picture and ran.
Jeez, punk. Anyway, Nancy, we're going to miss you these next few weeks, but I promise we will take good care of your spot.
Take care, friends.
I will put people in that spot that will be kind to it, that will keep it tidy.
I told myself I wouldn't cry.
That will occasionally speak French and use words in everyday French conversation.
What's a little heart?
Meep.
Well, if we put Brad there, we'll make Brad do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Or
Yeah.
Moop.
All right,
Long
but
story.
remember, they actually fire bullets at the French Foreign Legion,
Yes.
especially in practice.
I plan on doing ROTC actually. Run over to Canada.
Oh, all right. That's good. I never heard that one. Anyway, thanks, Nancy, and thanks
Thank
all of you
you.
guys. Thanks
I'm
to
gonna
our
miss
sponsors.
everyone.
You can find us on Twitter. I'm Scott Kelby on Twitter. Matt is
Matt Kloskowski.
Matt Kloskowski. We're on Facebook. I'm S Kelby. So just at facebook.com/SKELBY. And you can find me and Matt both on Google Plus under our names.
Matt G+, Scott G+.
Thank you, Meredith, Brado, Magic Juan, Nansois,
You know, it's so hard.
Jen
You can't
over in
see
the
Juan
booth.
back there.
See you guys next week right here. Next week, our guest is, ready? Joe McNally.
I won't be here.
In studio. You won't be here? I will be.
It'll be a good show.
I'll be here with Joe. Me and Joe.
Now I hate everything.
See you guys next week. Take care.
I'll see you.
Joe, me and Joe.
This week's episode of The Grid is sponsored by Impix. Shoot today, upload tonight, we ship tomorrow. Manfrotto. Imagine more. On One Software that gets you back to shooting.
Adorama, more than a camera store. And Tiffin, helping create the world's greatest images.